Hey folks, welcome back to Unorthodox Fisherman. If you watched our last video, we had some accidental beta breeding, and this is the results. I'm about a month and a half in, and everything's going smoothly. I pretty much raised these guys on nothing but brine shrimp. I mean, I know a lot of people out there use other stuff, which you should, because they probably get a head start that these ones didn't. But there's a few runts in there, there's a few hogs, so it's kind of a mixed bag. They're not really uniform. Not all of them are the same size, but hopefully the bigger, healthier ones will be good breeding males, because I'm going to try this again, and I'm going to definitely be better prepared when I do. But for anybody who wants to think about doing this, it's really time consuming. Like, it takes forever for them to grow out. And then you have to feed them 2 or 3 times a day, but you can't feed them too much. You know, you can't feed them too much, and you can't underfeed them. If you overfeed them, I had one of them die because it had a swim bladder deficiency because I was overfeeding them, and but there was only one. I stopped feeding them for an entire day, let their stomachs clear out, and then I started feeding them again the next day, like normal, and everything's been fine since. And they're starting to get to the point now where they're getting a little color. I know it's still a little hard to see them, but very soon here, they're going to be big enough and have full color here in about a month and a half. So I'm pretty much halfway through at this point, I would consider myself anyway. But yeah, we're going to feed them here in a second. So hopefully we'll get some really close-up shots of them eating so you guys can see it. Alright, we're gonna feed them now. You probably can't see those brine shrimp. They're all... There we go, that was good. Dropper full. And they're just starting to get to the point where they can eat flakes. Like the bigger ones will eat flakes, but the smaller ones still need brine shrimp, so I feed them both. And I'll do a couple of droppers of these. Let them eat those, and then I'll throw in some of this tropical medley. And the flakes are nice because you can break them up into really small pieces, so even the smaller ones can get them. And I try to mix it up. I know you want to give them as diverse a diet as possible, which they didn't really get in the first half of their lives. Now I'm putting in some flake, and they'll go crazy for that. And it'll also give the smaller ones a chance to get some of those brine shrimp, because some of the smaller ones won't eat the flakes. So something else I do is one of my favorite beta foods is omega-1 like beta buffet. The pellets, they're really nice because they float and sink. Like some of them float, some of them sink. we'll see what happens. We'll see what colors we get. It'll be really interesting. So something to look forward to, I guess. And if anybody watching this likes fishing videos, we also do those. And it's spring, so we're going to be starting to do a lot more fishing videos outside. We didn't get a chance to do an ice fishing video, regrettably, even though I went a lot and we hammered them. But this spring and summer and fall, we're going to be doing as many videos as we possibly can. If you like bass fishing, crappie fishing, any kind of fishing anywhere, any kind of fishing in the Midwest, we're going to do. So stay tuned, and hopefully you enjoyed this episode.